I met with a client 2 days ago, and I thought it was interesting enough of a story to share. So here we go. Um, she has a couple $1 million, Roth IRA, investment account. Doesn't spend a lot of money, and she'll die with a lot of money. She will. She's 63 right now. Home here, where I live, home in Florida as well. And she's widowed, doesn't have any kids. And we were talking about just her pile, her net worth. And I said, Mrs. Client, where do you want this to go? Because you and I both know you're a miser and you're not gonna spend down these assets. And she's like, yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna spend it down. And I said, your sister, who by the way is older than you, is your beneficiary on everything. Yeah, she is. But I have a trust. Okay. Well, who's the beneficiary on the trust if your sister dies? Well, my nieces and nephews. Do you like them? No, they would spend the money. I don't really want it to go to them. And I'm just thinking, we all do this, and people do it with their kids so much. You build this net worth, and then somebody, your advisor asks you, okay, well, you're gonna die with $15 million. Are you okay with this going to your kids? And they're like, yeah, I guess. And that's such a silly answer. And the only reason she actually gave more thought to it is because she has to, right? And so we went through and we were just talking about, do you have any charitable intents? Maybe we could start giving gifts to charities you want right now and then a larger gift in the future. I mean, there's so many different ways to cut this up. And my point's not to focus on the charitable planning. My point is, make sure you have a goal. Don't let time and indecision be the determinant of where your money goes at your death. Be intentional. And if you want to give money, I would encourage almost everyone, give it today when there's a need. There are charities that need funds today. Depending on your age, the age of your kids. But, let's say your kids are in their 20s and they just got married and, they're trying to buy, they need help today. I think the average beneficiary of an estate is like 63 or 65 years old, somewhere between 58 and 65. If you've made it in life, monetarily speaking, you've already made it by then. You don't need the extra money at that point. You need it when you have these key life, what's the word I'm looking for? These key moments in life, right? And I get it, it's tough. But my point in making this video is, be intentional with where you want your money to go. If there's going to be a pile left at the end, think through that. There's a great book called Die with Zero, written by a oil trader that I think he worked for a hedge fund. And I don't agree with all of it, but I think his idea is really, really good of, if you want your money to go somewhere, target it, be intentional with it, and get it done. The goal's not to die with the biggest piggy bank and put it in your casket. That's stupid. So, based on that conversation with my client, I would urge all of you, be intentional. Understand, hey, am I going to have a pile here at the end? What do I want that pile to do?